This is the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. We have assembled the world's finest sports and trivia dorks to prove once and for all that we are just as bad at this as we were at sports.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast, sports trivia for those of us who rode the pine. I'm your host, Scott, and today's game will be pitting the Benchwarmer team of Eric and Matt versus Benchwarmer Dan and newcomer Jon. Welcome to the bench, Jon. Before I turn it over to you, I do just want to say, on this podcast, we've had our Josh Norths, we've had our Mike Coreys, we've had our Jake Mannies, and now we get our Jon Downers. It's time for one of my friends to come on this podcast, boys. So saddle up. Let's have a good time. It only took over 2 years and over 150 episodes to finally get some damn support on this thing. So I appreciate it. And let's get to it. Jon, let everyone know where you're from, what teams you root for, and anything else you'd like to share about yourself.
There'll be a lot of disappointment. So maybe you should have waited another 2 years before you invited me on,
We're past the point of disappointment with me on this show.
I'm from New York. Unfortunately, I'm a big Dolphins fan. Twins, Celtics. Those are three sports I watch. I don't really pay attention to hockey or anything like that, but those three. I don't know what else you want to know about me. I'm tall, I'm handsome, I'm slightly funny.
Personal opinion.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're shopping ED together, buddy. Okay, come on. I got you.
All right. I'm just going to move on then. You're teamed up with Dan tonight. So, Dan, let us know how you're doing and let us know what your team name's going to be.
I had to deal with a DNA emergency tonight, and it was a DNA model that my daughter had to do for her class, and she didn't read the rubric.
Maybe there was a miscellaneous sock found somewhere or something.
we got Maury Povich on the case, and no, it was just I was dealing with an emotional teenager today, and I'd rather be here not dealing with emotional teenagers.
Why'd you come here with me on here? What's going on?
Your hosting will be fine. I found out today that Jon is a Twins fan. I don't know if you knew this or not. I am also a Twins fan.
Oh,
yeah. I don't really, talk about it much. There might be a hashtag about it.
Never would have pegged you for a Twins guy.
Yeah, no, really. So we decided to take our mutual love of the Twins, and our team name tonight is going to be, in the playoffs, the wheels come off.
All right. In the playoffs, the wheels come off, and I won't do it like that again.
Yes, I said it like Jim Mora.
Yeah, I won't do it like that again. Eric and Matt, you guys are teaming up, which should be fun. I guess, Matt, you probably take it first because I assume Eric has the team name. So what's up?
Hey, so just got back from Vegas, was in Vegas for 5 days.
Not for the draft.
Not for the draft. Yeah. Shockingly. Yeah, I know, Ede, you can shake your head all you want, but I had zero desire to go to the draft. So number one, I don't care about the draft. You guys are the ones who are in love with the NFL draft. I think it's the fact that everyone gets all into it, I think is dumb, but whatever. Ooh, what guy is my team going to pick that could basically, come on.
Not a wide receiver.
That's just because your team sucks at drafting. Yeah.
I mean, if you go back and look at the analytics, my team's actually been pretty good for drafting for the last 20 years or so. So whatever. Point is, so I was in Vegas. I did a little bit of gambling, and I decided to lose no more than 600, and I only lost about maybe 100. So there you go. So last day, put down $100 on the blackjack table, walked away with 475. So it was pretty good. And then I did a lot of gambling, but I left all the hookers and blow to everyone else in Vegas. So you're welcome, everyone. So there you go. So I'm handing over to Ede now.
So here's a hypothetical story. Say you're growing up as a child and your best friend's like, I'm going to the North Pole, but I'm not going to meet Santa Claus. That's basically what Matt just did by going to Vegas during the draft and was just like, no, I don't even care that Santa Claus is right here. I'm going to go do something else. I'm going to go watch a Dolphins game. That's the equivalent of what he did.
Why was the Dolphins playing in the North Pole?
Yeah, and now you just ripped on Jon.
Yeah, that was on purpose. See that? Full circle. You're welcome.
That's because Scott compared him to Jake Manny earlier. You really had a target on your back.
I didn't compare him to Jake Manny. I said he's my version of Jake Manny.
How is that not comparing?
Doesn't sound very good.
Because I didn't
don't
say
like that.
he looked like Kevin Owens. That would be comparing
Can we put all of these guys, Jake Manning, Mike Corey,
Josh North
Josh North, and John, on a basketball team and not invite them?
to play with us.
Yes.
So my best friend then to be on the show was Josh. So does that mean that Josh gets to be on the?
He's on that team, is also not
He
invited.
shouldn't. No, he hit a jump shot over an NBA player.
Exactly. That's what I'm
He should
saying.
Not be on
So-
the team.
Yeah, Mike Corey's a glue guy, but we don't talk about that.
Every time I've ever played basketball with John, the only thing I know that happens for sure is that his glasses break.
Okay.
That's hazardous.
Every single time we have to stop playing in the middle of whatever game is so he can like pick up his glasses and then go back into the game without the glasses and miss every single pass I throw to him because he can't see it. True
What
story.
do you want from me? I was born with bad eyes, bro.
I'm gonna assume that the reason that you missed every pass that he threw was exactly because of his glasses. Had nothing
Oh,
to do
trust
with
me,
your accuracy.
they're very accurate. No, they're right on the money.
Sure.
I was all state. I'll
Ron.
make it rain in here. All right.
All state. You're the insurance company is more like
It
it.
was mayhem.
All right, what's our team name?
Anyway.
Eric? Come on.
So we have a sponsor. Most people probably have heard it as we've beaten you with our promos constantly. But our sponsor is Manscaped. So in honor of our sponsor, our team name today is going to be Tainted Teeth.
All right. Let's kick it over to Dan for the rules.
We'll be starting off with the coin flip question to warm up the teams. This will be followed by 4 quarters of play, each with a different trivia style. The styles of quarters 1 through 3 will change from show to show, and I will explain them as we go along. Like any good sporting event, we will have a halftime show after the second quarter with entertainment questions pertaining to sports. And in the fourth quarter, our teams will wager from their points accumulated to see your today's clipboard captains to be honored like the true benchwarmers they are. All right, let's get this game underway.
Time for the coin flip, which is a 50-50 warm-up question worth 10 points. Coin flip question will be going to, I don't even know what your team name is. In the playoffs, the wheels come off. And your coin flip question is pretty simple. I just need you to tell me who has more career receiving yards, Mike Wallace or Golden Tate?
Okay, so John, here's the deal. This number is going to be remarkably close to the other one. They're both going to be very, very, very close. That's just the way this thing works. So we can talk it out as much as you want, or we can just say, which one do you think it is?
I think that Mike Wallace had Ben Roethlisberger thrown to him,
He did.
and Golden Tate had a bunch of different quarterbacks thrown to him. Stafford, Russ. I'll go with Wallace. I'm the guest. I'll pick Mike Wallace, even though he was a Miami Dolphin. I didn't like it, but we'll go with him.
All right,
Let's just go with it.
let's do it.
We'll wing it.
All right, checking in Mike Wallace. Okay, Mike Wallace finished his career with 8,072 receiving yards. Golden Tate finished, well, I guess maybe his career is not finished. Golden Tate currently has 8,278 receiving yards. So the correct answer is Golden Tate.
Yeah. Good number twos, though. Solid number twos.
There's medicine you can take if you've got solid number 2s, by the way. Just
All right, so heading into the first quarter, we have in the playoffs, the wheels come off, having the wheels come off before the playoffs, and Tainted Teeth with 10.
Before we get to the first quarter, we wanted to let you know that we are on Patreon if you'd be interested in supporting us financially. Your contributions will be used to help us cover the costs that it takes to bring you the high-quality sports trivia you have come to expect from us. There's also some great perks that come with the Patreon membership to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast, including bonus episodes and Benchwarmers swag. You can find us at patreon.com/benchwarmerstp. Thanks.
Today's first quarter will be the odd one out.
The odd one out. For this quarter, there will be 3 categorized questions containing lists of 6 items. The teams will attempt to choose the item from the list that does not fit the given category. Each question is worth 50 points.
All right, so question 1 in the odd one out. Eric, we're going to start with some video games
Why?
because we like video games, Matt.
Yeah, you guys do.
Matt, you don't like the NFL draft and you don't like video games? What's wrong with you?
I've reached maturity and I'm over the age of 40, and
He's a man.
Oh, you look well, Matt. You do look good for over the age of 40. I'm not gonna lie.
stop.
All right. Anyways, question 1 in the odd one out. Which of the following was not a cover athlete for a basketball video game in 2002?
All right, I'm gonna go take a nap. You guys just let me know when we're done with this recording, because
Okay. So again, which of the following was not a cover athlete for a basketball video game in 2002? And your choices are Allen Iverson, Steve Francis, Vince Carter, Tim Duncan, Shane Battier, and Stephon Marbury.
Scott, I have a clarification question.
Yes.
2002 on the game title?
Yes. The banner is 2002, not the release date.
Okay. All right. Scott, we're going to check in.
All right. Taint to Teeth has checked in. In the playoffs, the wheels come off. You guys can talk it out.
All right. So, John, here's what I do know. I know that Marbury was on one around that time. I also know that Iverson was on 2K3.
100% certain, huh?
Yes. So the question is, would he have been on one the year before? I mean, he very well may have. It was a different, it's a different game altogether. So I don't know about anything else. I'm not a video game player. I dabbled in some back then, but that was like a little bit after I would have played.
Well, I think Vince Carter might have been on Inside Drive, was like lesser known video game. I'm pretty sure he might have been on that. Battier might have been on a college cover. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense actually, because he didn't say NBA. It doesn't say NBA, does it? It says a basketball video game.
Yeah, so I think Carter, Battier, Iverson, we could eliminate those 3. Franchise might have been.
No, I what I'm saying is, I don't think we can eliminate Iverson, because I think 2K3 is the one he was on, which he says the banner year is 2002. So he's saying that it needs to be on a game that was called 2002. So I don't think we can eliminate Iverson. I don't know if he would have been on in one the year before he was on 2K3. That's all I'm saying.
I think Iverson was one of the few athletes that was on multiple covers.
Yeah, that could be.
So
that could very well be.
I think he's like him, Kobe, Shaq. There's not many of them, but Jordan.
Yeah. Who put Jordan on one, but all right. Go with your gut then, because again, I was not really playing these games. I remember Marbury because I was around Minnesota at the time. I remember Iverson on 2K3, and that's about all I got. So I say just go with your gut.
My gut is saying that Marbury might be the answer. That's what my gut's saying.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go that. We'll go that route.
All right. Checking in Stephon Marbury.
Yes, sir.
All right. Over to Taint to Teeth, or Eric, for your answer.
So, yeah, Iverson was on like the first 5 2Ks, I want to say. Before, I forget what it was called in the beginning. I don't think it was, maybe it wasn't 2K, but anyway. Steve Francis was on NBA Live 2002. Vince Carter, I'm shocked that somebody actually knew what Inside Drive was. So good for you. Shane Battier was on, was it March Madness, the EA Sports College one. And Stephon Marbury was on the PlayStation, what was it called? NBA Shootout around that time. So I leveled it out. I'm pretty sure Tim Duncan, he may have made one, but not around that time. So we went with Tim Duncan.
One team getting points. Correct answer is Tim Duncan. He is the odd one out. He was on Live 03, I believe. So he just wasn't on 02. But Eric got the rest right as far as the games. AI was on 2K. Francis was Live 02. Marbury was NBA Shootout 2002. Shane Battier was March Madness. And Vince Carter was John's favorite video game franchise ever, Inside Drive 02. So
Paul Pierce was on the cover, and that's why I was a Celtics fan and why Paul Pierce is one of my favorite players of all time. I don't know.
All right, let's move on to question 2 in the odd one out. For question 2, I want the 2006 National League pitching wins leaders. All but one of these won 16 games, which tied for the league lead. Roy Oswalt, John Smoltz, Carlos Zambrano, Aaron Harang, Brad Penny, and Derek Lowe.
We're gonna check in.
All right. Taint to Teeth is checked in. In the playoff, the wheels come off. You guys have about a minute to talk it out here.
Jeez, all right. Lowe and Penny both tied that year on the Dodgers. I think we can safely add Harang to the list because I think he kind of jumped up out of nowhere and led the league.
For such an obscure name, which doesn't belong out of those names in general, Zan Harang.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, he's got to be there.
I think it's going to be someone who does belong there but isn't on the list. That's why with who's left, I think Zambrano's on there. I honestly think that it's Oswald.
I was thinking Smoltz, but it could be. Oswald could have had 13 that year, 14, 15.
I mean, as long if it's a one difference, I think it's got to be a name that if Scott's going to pick a name that had one less, it's going to be a bigger name. That's where I'm going with right now.
That's why I was thinking Smoltz, because Smoltz is the biggest name on that list. So, but you want Oswald?
I think I'd rather go Oswald on this one if that's
all right.
Right. All right, we'll check it with Roy Oswald.
All right. And Taint to Teeth, your answer.
I know he had 20 in 2005, just based on looking at the year they went to the World Series against the White Sox. And I know he dipped down a little bit afterwards, so we said Roy Oswald as well.
All right. The correct answer is Roy Oswalt. So points all around on that one. He led the league in ERA with a 2.98, but he only had 15 wins for the Astros. And my flavor text is I didn't even include the Cy Young Award winner on this list, who also won 16 games that year. You guys remember who that was? Brandon Webb.
Oh, geez.
Funny enough, I mentioned Brandon Webb.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I was like, I know he had like 20 plus a couple years later, but
He called it.
Yeah, he won the Cy Young that year. All right. Question 3, an odd one out. Fantasy football scoring leaders amongst wide receivers in 2004. Joe Horn, Torrey Holt, Terrell Owens, Javon Walker, Muhsin Muhammad, Marvin Harrison.
are these is this PPR?
That's a good question. Did they have PPR back then?
Yeah.
Let me check my source. Standard scoring.
Okay. All right, we're gonna check in.
All right. In the playoffs, the wheels fall off is checked in, which means that Taint to Teeth can talk it out.
All right. So 2004 was Muhammad's like best statistical season, I want to say. Joe Horn, that was his big year. Tio was going on. Javon Walker.
Joe Horn, like you said. Marvin Harrison, that was peak Marvin Harrison time.
So what I'm looking at is kind of like what John said, is which ones stick out to you, like why would they not be on this list? And I immediately gravitate to Torrey Holt because in 2004 it was Mark Bulger, I want to say Chris Chandler were the quarterbacks there, and Bulger missed 2 games, so I feel like his stats would have dropped a little bit.
Okay.
If it's the right year. I want to say they went like 8-8, 9-7, something stupid like that. So I would go Torrey Holt out of all of them. So we're gonna go with Torrey Holt.
All right. And over 2 in the playoff, the wheels fall off for your answer.
We'll go Torrey Holt as well.
Okay. No reasoning behind it.
We had that. Yeah, we had a nice agreement right away. A nice agreement.
All right. Well, sometimes the nice things work out the best because the correct answer is Torrey Holt. So points all around on that one. So the rankings here, I have them. Muhsin Muhammad finished 1 overall that year in the rankings. So it was Muhammad, Joe Horn, Javon Walker with the top 3. Owens was 4. Harrison was 5. Holt was 7. Drew Bennett from the Titans was 6.
That's who I was trying to think of. I was just going to say, who was the Tennessee wide receiver? Yeah.
Yeah. Reggie Wayne, Chad Johnson, and Donald Driver round out the top 10 there.
Donald, where was Ocho Cinco?
11th. Scores, Matt?
All right. So after the first quarter, in the playoffs, the wheels come off has 100 points, and the Taint to Teeth has 160. Support for today's Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. All of us here at Benchwarmers received the performance package as a part of our Manscaped sponsorship, and I can speak with authority that it is filled with all sorts of goodies. I highly recommend you give it a try. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping when you use the code BENCH at manscaped.com. If my math is correct, that's about 8 million balls. So don't forget, use the promo code BENCH, BENCH, at checkout, manscaped.com.
That will bring us to today's second quarter, which will be, Matt,
Pre and post game.
David versus Goliath.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. You're killing me, Scott. Throw 3 50-point questions at us and then give us the David and Goliath with Ede here.
Starting to break scoring records, okay?
David versus Goliath. This quarter will consist of 3 pairs of questions, one easier, David, and one harder, Goliath. After hearing both questions, the teams will pick one of the 2 questions to answer, either David or Goliath. Each David question is worth 25 points, and each Goliath question is worth 50 points.
This should be fun. This is the NFL running backs edition of David versus Goliath.
Love it.
Oh my
Let's go.
gosh.
So for each question, I will give you the year and the team, and I just need you to name the leading rusher.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Question 1, David, 2008 Chicago Bears. Question 1, Goliath, 2004 Carolina Panthers.
We can check it, man.
Oh, really? Okay. I mean, I'm assuming it's
Tainted Teeth has checked in. In the playoffs, the wheels fall off. You guys have some time here to talk this one out.
All right. So I have a lead on this, John.
Mhm.
I've learned a lot about the Panthers since moving to Charlotte. I'm pretty sure that this was the year that Nick Goings led the league, or led the team, not the league. Did not lead the league.
Had like 890 or something.
Yeah. It wasn't even 900 yards, but yeah. I mean, they were throwing the ball around, obviously.
Delhomme.
It was Delhomme. It was Mushin Muhammad, though.
He finished number 1 in fantasy that year. Yeah.
And He Hate Me was on that team too.
That's boys.
But yeah, I'm and Ricky Prohl. Don't forget about Ricky Prohl.
Ricky Prohl.
Yeah, he was like 37 at that point. He was an old man.
They had that white tight end too, right, Eric? At that time. Yeah. Eric knows.
Doesn't Carolina
you want his
always
name?
have like 6 white tight ends?
I don't think it's
Not-
important. It's Chris Mangum.
Yes, Mangum. That's it.
There you go.
Yeah, but I'm almost positive this is Nick Goings. If you're all right with that. All right, we'll check in with Nick Goings
Thumbs up.
for 100.
What do you mean for Goliath?
For 100 points.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to do that every question I answer. I'm like, that's for 100 points.
All right. Tainted Teeth, your answer.
It's everybody's favorite household name, Nick Goings. It was the year before Deshaun Foster's one of my favorite running backs of all time, his breakout. When I say breakout, he broke himself the next year.
Both teams getting points. The correct answer for Goliath is Nick Goings. It's not the coming I'm concerned about. It's the goings.
But
2008 Bears, Matt Forte. Come on. David question. All right. Question 2, David versus Goliath. David, 2004 Bengals. Goliath, 2009 Browns.
I pretty much don't even need to be here for this, do I, Eric?
We
got this.
We kind of said that going into this. Yeah.
I'm going to focus on watching the Twins game.
Matt, do you want to check with me or me to check with you before I do this? Or
No, I'm fine.
All right.
I gave you Matt Forte on the first one, and that's about all the gas I got. So
All right. We're going to check in.
Okay. Tainted Teeth is checked in. So once again, in the playoffs, the wheels come off. You guys have plenty of time to talk it out.
Did you see my
All right,
first?
so-
You see my first answer?
Yeah, that's a little late for him, isn't it?
I think I had that cover from Madden. So I think if we're wrong though, you can blame it on me.
I don't even know if he was with the team at that point.
Who?
We're talking about Peyton Hillis. I don't think he was with the team in 2009. I mean, we know Rudy Johnson. We have that for sure if we need to use it.
Yep.
Rudy Tomjanovich.
Well,
Who would have been on the same team as like Jamal Lewis?
Ray
like
Lewis.
Reese Holmes, like back in the day.
No, with the Browns. That was around the time Jamal Lewis was there. I'm almost positive Hillis wasn't even on the team at this point.
We could go with the safe pick then. We both knew that. That's an easy one. We're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna fall behind Eric anyway here. I think. I don't think we really have a shot, but
make it a little more respectable.
yeah. Yeah.
We're irrelevant back then.
I think we need to go with Rudy Johnson for the Bengals for David.
Let's go.
All right. We'll check in with Rudy Johnson for the David.
All right. And over to Eric for his answer.
So it came down, I want to say the week 1 this year for fantasy. It came down to starting this man or Arian Foster. And I chose him and not Arian Foster. And I
chose
lost.
poorly.
I did. And so I will never forget this moron. What's his first name? I'm going to go with the last name. Crap, because I'm spacing on his first name right now. We're going with Harrison.
Jerome Harrison.
Jerome, yep.
Lewis
Wow.
Harrison?
Right.
Marvin Harrison?
Jerome.
Younger
Smith.
brother.
Smith.
Both teams are getting points. The correct answer for David is Rudy Johnson. The correct answer for Goliath is Jerome Harrison. Know your host, John. I loved Jerome Harrison.
Yeah,
Why?
that's all I got.
Because he looked like he was 55 years old.
Yeah, he looked like my dad. That's why I loved him, I thought. No, I just really like, it's the Steve Slaytons of the world. It's these running backs that do it for like a year or so, and then they fall off the face of the earth.
We learned a lot about Steve Slayton the other day.
We did.
Listen, Steve Slayton is a god. Just not in the NFL. Not in the NFL. Everywhere else.
Yes. All right. Question 3 and David versus Goliath. David, 2007 Kansas City Chiefs. Goliath, speaking of Steve Slayton, 2005 Houston Texans.
Are you sure on that last name?
He changed his name.
Okay.
He changed his name mid-career or whenever. When he started his career, one name and then switched it.
Okay.
Oh, Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. Yeah.
Rauf is on fire.
And he still gets buckets in the big 3.
I swear the big 3 comes up on our show way more
too
often than
much.
it
Way
should.
more than on the big 3.
Exactly.
I really enjoy the big 3. So
I think
I
you're
will
right,
always
by
bring
the
it
way.
up.
But
Shocker,
you
none
just-
of us are shocked by that.
why wouldn't I want to watch the players that I grew up watching?
I hear you.
well, I mean, yeah, I grew up
Did you
watching.
already do that? You already did it once. You only need to relive it in a worse form. I'm good on that.
I could watch Penny Hardaway's knees disintegrate again.
Yeah, let's check that in.
All right. In the playoff, the wheels come off is checked in. Eric, talk to yourself. I don't really know what's going on there. Guys, talk it out.
No, I'm
You're contributing on this one?
totally
He's
incapable.
listening.
No,
I'm
I
just
was
listening.
I actually know who this is for one reason and one reason only, and it's thanks to
Can I-
Mike Corey.
Can I say the last name?
Go
or do you-
ahead.
Is his name Williams?
It's one. It won at one. Now it is. Now it is. Before it wasn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we got it.
So Mike Corey was told me about this game that he plays with his friends where they take screenshots of just somebody's like career statistics and you have to guess who it is. And he sent me this one and I knew who it was, but I totally forgot that he was switching his name and all that, whatever. So yeah, we're going to go with Williams and or Davis, whichever one Scott wants.
Okay. And over to in the playoffs, the wheels come off for your answer. I think John had it.
Yeah, we'll go Dominic Davis and or Williams, however Scott wants it.
Well, Scott would have accepted either. The correct answer is Dominic Davis / Dominic Williams.
Not
So-
Dominic Rhodes. Dominic Rhodes.
No, he sadly didn't make this list because he's Dominic Rhodes.
He did have a thought.
Dominic Rhodes.
Oh, okay. Wow. So Goliath points all around on that one. The David answer, 2007 Kansas City Chiefs, obviously Larry Johnson.
Obviously.
We did play fantasy football in 2007, right, John? You want to tell him the Larry Johnson story?
Oh yeah. He's like, hey John, if you get the first pick, you're trading me Larry Johnson, right? I'm like,
I said draft Larry Johnson and trade him to me. It's very simple. I will give you my first and second round picks. You agreed to it. What happened when you got first overall?
I drafted something else. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was LaDainian Tomlinson.
That's not a bad pick.
But don't agree to the trade. My whole
backed out
draft
of it.
It's
screwed
an
up.
Oklahoma screw job. I don't know what you want. From
My whole draft screwed up after that.
How
Oklahoma
could it?
screwed
Nothing.
up.
You didn't do anything.
Because then when it got to my pick, I was
What
like
year was this?
scrambling.
What
What
pick
year
did you
was
I
have?
don't
this?
remember what your pick was.
This was like 2006 or 7 when Larry Johnson.
Yeah,
was.
LT was going
great.
nuts that year.
I'm not. I didn't say it was a bad pick, but don't agree to a
Chargers
trade.
were like 13-3 in 2007.
Don't agree to a
weren't they?
trade because our friend that had the second pick was a Chiefs fan. So I said, I know I won't have a shot at Larry at like 4 or 5 wherever I was drafting. So if you pick him 1, I'll take whatever like receiver, running back you want at 4 or 5, and you can have my second round pick. This guy.
This guy.
All right, Matt, scores.
After the second quarter, in the playoffs, the wheels come off has 225 points, and Taint to Teeth has 310.
Are you doing like a sexy voice there, Matt?
No,
After
I
the
was
second
just trying to be.
That's just how he
professional.
naturally says taint.
Yes.
Taint.
Taint to Teeth.
All right, that brings us to the halftime show.
It is now time for the halftime show. There will be 3 entertainment questions pertaining to sports, with each question worth 25 points.
All right, question 1 in halftime. Matt, we're going back to video games.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. Sorry.
Yeah, but this one's fun to read.
Oh, well, by all means, then do it.
Yes, thank you.
Bling.
In what video game could you play as the Metro Lab or the Seaport Brawlers and knock your opponent down with a fire throw?
I don't have the slightest clue on this one. So
When it's my time, I'll say an answer. It's probably gonna be wrong, but
better than anything I have.
I know the whole premise of the game, and
You should stop talking.
No, keep going.
Or sing or something like that. That'll
What do you got?
Wait, your go-to is the Doug theme when someone says
it-
sing?
we didn't even have time.
It
music. We
should
didn't have, like,
be.
performance or anything. So
That's
didn't-
incredible. Did we
Listen,
just re-become best friends? Yep.
yep.
Other than being a Twins fan, there's nothing I dislike about him now. There's
John, just check in with whatever you want to check in with. That's fine.
Oh, check in. Yeah, check in. Of course.
All right. In the playoffs, the wheels fall off. Checks in. I need an answer from Matt and Eric. Taint to teeth.
I think it's one of those stupid baseball games that nobody played.
Oh, is it the one where
Uh,
Barry Bonds wasn't Barry Bonds?
That's most baseball games.
No, let's just go with backyard baseball. I whatever.
Backyard baseball it is for 100.
All right. Checking in with that. And over to, I guess, John that checked in with their answer. What'd you say?
Backyard baseball.
Wow.
That was a guess. It was a guess.
Neither team getting points on this one. And I'm very disappointed in you, John, because you know I love this game for the
I know.
PlayStation.
I forgot.
Correct answer is Sammy Sosa's softball
Oh.
slam.
That's a lot. There's a lot going on in that title.
And if you like retro video games, this one is terrible. So play it.
Sammy Sosa softball slam.
You're really
Correct.
selling that, Scott.
Oh, this game was so good. So much fun. All right. Question 2 in halftime. For this question, I'm going to read you a quote. You have to name the movie it comes from. Think you'll both get it before I even finish saying the first line. But here we go. Blue 17, red 7, red 7, red 7, hot route, red 7, red 7, red 7, hot route, red 7, John, red 7. I don't know what red 7 means. Hot route. What is hot route? Will you just go stand on the other side, please?
We're checked in.
Check in.
All right.
Why don't we just 1, 2,
you guys
3
want a
this
3, 2,
one?
1 it?
Yeah.
All right. Dan and Eric want a 3, 2, 1 this?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Wedding
Rudy.
crashers.
Oh, I mean, sorry, Wedding Crashers.
John Stamos. Oh,
And points all around.
Rudy.
Hey, Red Moondog 7-Eleven. 30 teen. All right, question number 3 in halftime. Fear Boner, My Naginta, and Do the Vinegar Strokes are all performed by what character on the league?
Matt, you have any idea?
I don't know if they split that last one. No, I'm just guessing. I know that.
Oh.
No, I'm not even guessing. That is just me coming up with trying to come up with a funny answer. Okay,
That's my guess.
I like that one. Okay,
All right, we're gonna check in.
All right, Tainted Teeth is checked in. And the playoff, the wheels fall off. Talk it out or perform one of the songs if you know them, whatever.
again,
You know this for a fact?
yeah, 1,000%.
Okay. I only watched the league for just a little bit. And I don't remember what this would have been. So what you got?
Oh, we're checking in. We're doing it.
They've already checked in, so we can.
Taco.
All right, and over to Tainted Teeth for your answer.
Matt, you want a 3, 2, 1 this?
yes,
So 3, 2, 1.
Rudy.
Your answer was Rudy.
Yeah, I've never seen the show.
Oh, geez, sorry.
Okay, well,
Vinegar Strokes. All right.
everyone should go and look up My Naginta if you want to be very, very offended. The correct answer is Taco. So points for one team on that one.
Great. Finally, I
Tuesday.
get one no one else has. Feel smart for once. Thanks, guys.
You feel smart for watching a dumb show.
Yeah, it's a good dumb.
I mean,
show.
it's hilarious, but yes, it's dumb.
Anytime
I'm
I can
distracted. I need the
find
Capitals to come up with a huge upset right here, guys.
All right, so after halftime, score update here. In the playoffs, the wheels come off as 275 points, and Tainted Teeth has 335.
Still, anyone's game heading into the second half.
We'd like to take a minute to invite you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at BenchwarmersTP. We also have a Facebook group for fans of the pod called The Bench. Join us there to comment on the latest episodes and share cool sports facts and trivia. If you'd be willing to rate and review us on iTunes or Stitcher, we'd greatly appreciate the support so that other people may find this podcast. Thanks.
So today's third quarter will be Lucky 7.
Lucky 7. For this quarter, there will be 3 lists containing 7 items. The team that is trailing coming into the quarter will choose the first list and attempt to identify the items on this list one at a time. If the team has an incorrect guess, the other team can attempt to finish that list out. The team leading at the beginning of the quarter will select the second list, and whichever team is trailing after the first 2 lists will get the third list. Each item is worth 10 points.
All right, let me give you the list here so you guys know what you're choosing from. All right, list number 1 in Lucky 7. Most rebounds in the NBA during the 2000s. List number 2. Most games played for the Minnesota Twins during the 2000s.
Oh,
List number 3, Eric. The last 7 defensive players drafted by the Miami Dolphins in the first round.
Ooh, love it.
So Dan and John, pick which one you feel most confident doing. Let me know, and then
Obviously, I wanted to do the Dolphins one, but when I get one wrong, I'm gonna get for it.
and Eric's going to get all the rest of them. So there's also that.
Yes, but I will absolutely do that one since that's clearly my favorite.
All right, sounds good. Clock starting You guys can come up with your list and then let me know when you're ready.
All right. We got Phillips, the defensive end from last year.
Jalen Phillips is correct. Yep.
Noah Ibenagany.
Noah Igbenogany is correct.
We have Minka Fitzpatrick.
Minka Fitzpatrick is correct.
We have Christian Wilkins.
Christian Wilkins is correct. So you've got 4 so far, 3 left.
We got Charles Harris.
Charles Harris is correct.
That's 2017.
Sure doesn't Carlos Harris?
Same guy. All right, you got 2 left.
Deion Jordan.
Deion Jordan is correct. 1 more.
I don't know if there's anyone in between between 14 and now. That we can go. It's usually linemen for Miami. They always do offensive linemen. We'll go with. It's gonna be wrong. Philip Merling.
Philip Merling was a 2nd-round pick. That's incorrect.
Uh,
All right, over to Tainted Teeth to pick up that 1 if you can.
It's Jared Odrick.
It is Jared Odrick. Nice job.
guy knows everything.
He's a Penn State dude. You
I
think I wasn't
forgot
going to know
about
that?
that dude.
Yeah, that wasn't a good pick.
Hey,
A lot of those defensive end picks aren't good picks.
That's
As
Neither
long
was
as we're
Philip
talking
Merling.
about the Dolphins and their draft picks, just want to put it out there. I still do. I run childcare. I had Billy Turner as a kindergartner.
Oh, that's
No,
right. You did say that before.
That
Yeah.
bum that plays for the Packers.
He's not a bum. He's
Well,
good.
he was
He
in
was a bum
Miami.
on Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had him as a kindergartner. His dad walked in one day. Who he played for the Vikings. He's a running back for the
Wait,
Vikings.
Norv Turner is his dad. Oh,
Came into the school one day after Billy had won a game of Pretty Princess. He was wearing the tiara and the rings and the earrings, and he just looks at me and he goes, "Billy, what are you doing?" And he says, "Dad, I won."
Oh, that's great.
are you still in
Where were you
contact
going
with
draft
Billy
night? You
Turner?
could've told that
No,
story.
but I bet he remembers me. His brother Maurice. I had him a lot longer than I had Billy, but
I'd love to ask him 2 things. 1, will you come on our podcast? And 2, why do you insist as a grown man to be called Billy?
I mean, I've always ever known him as Billy.
Maybe it's because of Bootstrap Bill Turner and he didn't want to be compared to him. All right, so that was 60 points there for in the playoffs. The wheels come off, and 10 points for Taint to Teeth. Taint to Teeth, it's now your turn. I'm just going to throw out a guess and say you're probably doing the Minnesota Twins games played, but let me know which list you're going to do.
your call, Matt.
Oh, I mean, I gave you my list right there.
If that's what you
Okay.
want, let's go. Or,
Okay, so we're gonna go with Joe Mauer, number 1.
Joe Mauer is correct. He played 699 games for them during the decade.
And we'll go with Justin Morneau.
Justin Morneau played 867. That is correct.
Then we'll go with Torrey Hunter.
He is number 1 with 1,092 games played.
Then what do you think my number 3 guy on that list?
Yeah,
Or my number 5?
3. I feel like 3.
We're gonna go with who my wife used to say was her husband, so we called him Mr. Pekorski, Michael Kadire.
Michael Kadire is correct. 843 games played.
Then is where it kind of gets a little bit of a crapshoot because there's a bunch of names set on this list, but guys who left. I think my number 5 is probably. You like my number 5, or do you think the
I like
last
it.
one?
No, I like your 5 better.
Number 5, okay. Mr. Third Baseman Extraordinaire Corey Kasky.
He was 7th, 688 games played.
Okay, so then I got
think
both of my middle infielders, yep, and then 2 outfielders and a pitcher. So let's go with what used to be the Soul Patrol when it was Torrey Hunter. I forget the center field, the other left fielder's name, but and then Jock Jones.
I think you're remembering Shannon Stewart.
yeah,
and
he is
No.
remembering Shannon Stewart.
Shannon
And-
Stewart. No, it was the other guy that was.
oh,
from the
was it Matt
90s.
Lawton?
Matt Lawton. There you go.
Matt
Yeah.
Lawton. Jock Jones is correct. 881 games played. He's actually 2nd.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Number
and there's
11, Jock Jones.
1 left.
Okay, so I'm between the 2 middle infielders, but I think neither one of them played more than 5 years. And the guy who went to Arizona, And I think the guy who went to Arizona probably played longer from like 2002 to 2007, 2008-ish. So you want to go with that guy or one of the two middle infielders?
I'm out.
You go with Jason
Honestly,
Kubel.
yeah, there you go.
Jason Kubel is incorrect,
Oh.
which means it will go over to the Twins fans here to try to pick up the last one. It's number 5 on the list. So
What do you think?
5, 4.
you can throw out names too, obviously.
Yeah, so
AJ Brzezinski wouldn't be there long enough.
no, it wasn't there long enough.
And Jason Bartlett threw down there, but I don't think he was there long enough.
No. Did you give us numbers for?
I did.
Can you give us the recap?
Can you just tell us what number 7 had? How many number 7 had?
That was Corey Koski, 688 games played.
688.
Number 6 was Joe Mauer with 699. You need number 5. Number 4 was Kadire with 843.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm wondering if the pitcher that he was talking about,
Joe Nathan.
but Nathan didn't get in every game, I mean,
He still had, but he would be 50 to 60 games a year.
I don't think any pitcher got in any game, Dan. Every game, because that would be remarkable.
Well, except for Eddie, everyday Eddie.
Every day, right? Yes.
Eddie Cordero.
I mean, if he would have been the closer every day for like 8 or 9 years, but
yeah,
right. But it's not 1910, right, Matt? They not every pitcher
and not
throws
every
game.
Yeah, and not only a pitcher threw the ball 70 miles an hour.
right.
No, just Eddie Guardado.
Exactly.
There's a lot of names that are coming up, but I can't remember any of them being there for.
Like what names, Dan?
I mean, I've got like,
Second baseman.
Louis Rivas. I don't
Nick
think was
Punto?
there.
Oh, Louis
Long
Rivas.
enough.
I didn't even think about that one.
What was that one, John?
Was Nick Punto said?
Nick
Nick
Punto could be.
Punto?
I mean, he was one of the Pirantas.
Mm-hmm.
He could be up there.
He subbed in all the time, even when he wasn't starting. Pinch runner, pinch fielder, freaking.
Yeah.
You think this guy would have to be somebody who started consistently for at least a few years?
Why are you helping them?
Go with Nick Punto. I don't care.
Yes, go with them. I don't know. I mean, you got Dougie Baseball, but I don't think he was there long enough in the 2000s. Christian Guzman, he was there for a while.
Didn't you go to like the Nats in that decade still too?
Yeah, he did. I don't know. We got to go with someone in there.
Yeah, I need an answer, guys.
Go with Guzman. That's
All right, we'll go with Christian Guzman.
That's a good one.
Picked up 10 points. Correct answer is Christian Guzman.
Reassured you. I take that over Punto.
710 games played. Number 8, Nick Punto. I know. I just want to say it the way John said
Where
it.
was Louis Castillo on that?
Very far down the list.
Oh, really?
So Punto was 8. Louis Rivas was 9. Dougie Baseball was 10. Jason Kubel was 11. Matt 12 was Lou Ford.
Lou Ford, nice.
13 had a huge head. That was Matt LaCroix.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
How about
Boy?
14 was Denny Hawking.
Yeah.
And 15 was AJ Brzezinski.
Because Brzezinski was only there until like 2002, right? He left.
Yeah.
Yep. White Sox.
The rest of the list is Ortiz, Shannon Stewart, Jason Bartlett, Carlos Gomez,
Go.
Dustin Moore,
Dustin Moore.
Yep.
Delman Young, Matt Lawton, Mike Redmond,
Young.
Brendan Harris, and Alexi Casilla.
Dustin Moore and then Matt Kilty. My dad said
Bobby Kilty.
Bobby Kilty. That's right. My dad said that Bobby Kilty and Dustin Moore were the same person. So he called him.
He was a switch hitter, but when he switched sides, he switched names too.
Dusty Morty or Keelmore or something. He called them. He like merged their names together. It's the same person.
Wow, I completely forgot.
Lou Ford. I remember Lou Ford. He was like 5'10", weighed like 108 pounds, and he played left field. You just guys like.
All right, so on this one, Tainted Teeth picked up 60, and in the playoffs, the Wheels Fall Off picked up 10. Score update, Matt, so we can see who gets list number 3.
Sure, it's 345 for in the playoffs. The Wheels come off, and Tainted Teeth has 405.
Oh, all right. So the next list here and the chance to pick up some ground is going to, in the playoffs, the Wheels come off, and the list is the most rebounds in the NBA during the 2000s. Not rebounds per game, just total rebounds.
Okay, those 5, and then
We could sift through the rest of what we. Yep, that sounds
okay.
good.
All right. Well, we'll start with those then.
All right, Dan, you want to?
Yeah. Okay.
this one?
Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett is number 1 in the decade, 9,288 rebounds.
Okay. Ben Wallace.
Ben Wallace is not on the list.
Oh,
He's not.
He is not.
Oh,
How is that possible?
Oh,
Dan, you.
Wow.
All right.
Are you sure?
I will go back and double check.
How is that possible? That's all he did.
He found him.
He blocked some shots.
It was like 13, 14 years.
I'll go back and look, but I'm pretty sure based on what I had here. All right, I'm
You said
checking.
Ben
now.
Wallace, not Rashid.
Correct.
Okay, all right.
I'm shocked if he's not on. I'm shocked.
I would say I'm glad you said that because I would have said Ben Wallace. Like,
I'm so sorry. I completely missed Ben Wallace on my list. That
Oh
is
my God.
correct.
Oh, we almost got screwed.
With
Oh, man.
8,500, he is third.
Okay. So
Well,
we said
this takes off my number 7. Hold on. All right, you're good.
all right. So we've got Garnett and Wallace. Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan is correct. Number
Nope.
2, 8,999.
not on the list.
Shaq.
Sorry.
Shaq is correct. Number 5, 7,029.
All right. This is the one that we both thought was good. Elton Brand.
Number 7, 6,520.
All right.
In
So
the adjusted number 7.
Correct. Was number 6.
Protest. Protest.
He was on the list either way. He was 6. Now he's 7.
What a bunch of crap.
where did you want to go?
You have 2 left.
If you want to name that 5th on your list, I wouldn't be mad. But the last one I put, no, just go with your 5th one that you put out. Yeah, go.
We'll say Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk, number 6, 7,020. Is
That was
one
kinda
left.
like-
Number 4.
Where do you want to go with this one?
A lot of these people that we already mentioned were injured, so it's
All right. I'll go with the one that we thought could be there, and we'll say Jermaine O'Neal.
Jermaine O'Neal is very far down on the list with 5,595.
Yeah, he was suspended a lot.
Incorrect. A lot. There's one left for Taint to Teeth to try to pick up, and you can talk it out.
So they demolished my list outside of 3 guys because I gave more than 10. Matt, so my main group of 1, 2, 3, 8. My first group of 8, he's on. He was one of the first guys I wanted. So I liked Antoine Jameson, Lamar Odom, but then
Odium?
oh yeah, him too.
I like that.
But the first guy I liked more is it's sneaky because you wouldn't think because he's not a big guy. I say we go Sean Marion.
oh,
That we doing?
I
Matt?
swear to God.
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
All right, we're gonna say Sean Marion.
Number 4, 7,384
Oh,
rebounds.
I let Dan down. He said
I had
it,
him.
didn't
I
say-
had him,
didn't
and that's
say
the one that he gave me the hard no on.
I thought. Can I give some answers I thought might have been there?
Yep.
Well, Kmart,
Nope, not even in the top 25.
Lonzo Mourning.
Not in the top 25.
Where was Antoine Jameson?
Antoine Jameson was 9th.
Okay.
Marcus Camby was 8th.
Oh, Marcus
Amari
Camby.
Stoudemire. Was he up there?
Nope. Camby was 9, Jamison 10, Lamar Odom 11, Kurt Thomas was 12,
Ooh, he's under.
Jermaine O'Neal
The
13.
gymnast,
Yes. The other Wallace was 14.
Robeed.
Brad Miller was 15.
Ooh.
16 for the decade was Jason Kidd.
Seriously,
Jason Kidd, and then PJ Brown, Dwight Howard, Paul Gasol, Dikembe Mutombo, Eric Dampier, Antoine Walker, Tyson Chandler, Chris Webber, John Sky Paul Pierce, and Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
That's crazy.
Oh,
There's some lot of surprise up there.
All right, wow. Well, that made things very, very interesting. After the third quarter, we have Tainted Teeth with 415, and in the playoffs, the wheels come off with 405. So it's a 10-point game. Sean Marion is the difference right now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
on me. I gotta come back and win one for the Gipper or something like that for Dan.
well, but
We're
we're
calling
about to
Dan the
enter.
Gipper.
We're about to enter the fourth quarter, which is where the wheels come off. So
That's
Man.
also known as put your fours up, right, Dan? All right, that brings us to the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter, known as Put Your Fours Up. This quarter consists of 4 categorized questions that teams will wager up to 100 points each, not to exceed their current point total.
The categories for today are as follows. Question 1, the biggest snub, which will be in the NBA. Question 2, running, which will be the NFL. Question 3, common bond, will be Major League Baseball. And question 4 will be life after Pierce, which will be Celtics. It's now time for the teams to place their wagers. Now that the wagers are in, on to the questions. Okay, question number 1 in the category of the biggest snub. Who is the only player in NBA history to record 16,000 points, 8,000 assists, and 1,500 steals without ever making an All-Star game? He also led his entire decade in total games played, only missing 3 games during his 17-year career.
I think that might be a better answer, Matt. Yours.
So I contributed to 1 question this game, is what we're saying?
You did more though. You did the Twins one.
Oh, that's right.
You brought up Bobby Kilby.
Those are all names that you would have gotten anyway, Eric.
I probably would have not in that. Would never have known games played. But yeah, I think just for the sheer amount of assists, yes, that's it.
And I think this host has talked about this person before.
Oh,
Interesting.
how many years?
You know what?
Right.
It's not
17?
Grant Hill. It's not Grant Hill.
Grant Hill only missed 3 games.
No, that said
3
only
games.
played 3 games.
Doesn't it say 3 games a week?
1 minute, guys.
We're checking.
This is crazy.
Those only 2 I come up with, and the first one I think played more than 17
All right,
years.
all right.
so-
Oh, Tainted Teeth is checked in. In the playoffs, the wheels come off. You guys can talk it out, so you can name your names.
All right, name your names.
That's all I got. I can't think of any more. The ones I already typed.
And they are
Tony Allen and Jamal Crawford. Crawford, I feel like played 19 years or 19 or 20. Tony Allen, I feel like he might have the assists. He definitely has the steals. He might have the points. I don't think he's ever made an all-star team. He's pretty healthy. Maybe another member of the Grizz. Nope.
Okay.
Conley made an all-star team. Randolph did, I believe. Maybe not. Did Randolph make an all-star team? He wouldn't have assists though. He's not a guard. I don't think he would be. He's not passing big like that.
30 seconds.
I don't know. This is I don't know. I hardly have any names here that I can even think of that didn't make. I don't know who made all the All-Star games. You know what?
I think Tony Allen would be a decent guess, but I don't know if
Do
he's.
you think he got 16,000 points?
That's a lot of points. That's what 10 points. That's what maybe 10.
How about
12
someone like
points.
I don't know. I don't know. I
I don't know either.
pick someone. I don't have anything.
Pick Tony Allen. I like it. I like the wrong answer, Tony Allen.
All right, checking that in.
Yeah.
All right, checking in the wrong answer of Tony Allen for how many points?
Or hopefully it will.
51.
51. All right. And over to Taint to Teeth for your answer and wagers, please.
Oh, I guess that,
Matt, this was you. This was
I don't know. He brought up Jamal Crawford. We were about to ready to check in with that, and then I remembered that I thought you had mentioned this guy before, Scott.
I mean, I
Played
mentioned
for
a lot
like
of guys.
1,000 teams.
He's mentioned a
Like
lot of
every
guys.
2 years, he seemed to switch over to a different team. I think this might be Andre Miller.
For how many points?
Ooh,
100.
Yes.
That sounds good.
It sounds good because it's correct.
That is wow. He
Correct.
never. I mean, I think what he didn't.
Line
score a
squirrel,
ton.
dude.
Whew, that was nice.
Correct answer is Andre Miller, Mr. Criticize my questions and then get it right. Yeah, when I never would have thought that. And like if I didn't see that and that was asked to me, I'm not sure that Andre Miller would have crossed my mind. You don't think of him as scoring 16,000 points.
Spoiler alert, it didn't.
I-
I'm really upset you got that for more than one reason.
Okay.
One, because you got the points. Two, because now I can't say that nobody would have gotten that.
All right, let's move on to question 2 in the category of running. Since 2000, 6 NFL teams have drafted 3 running backs in the first round. Name any 4 of these teams.
We're good?
Mhm.
All right.
Has checked in.
Oh my gosh.
I guess we're checking in.
In the playoffs, the wheels come off. Has checked in. Taint to Teeth. I'm going to give you guys like 20 seconds
Okay.
to talk it out and check in.
So we have so far the Bills and the Panthers. We talked about the Vikings, but we couldn't remember if Toby Gerhart was a first round pick or not. So Saquon Barkley, any other Giants you can think of that were number one in the in
Oh, yes. We'll go with Giants.
okay.
Giants.
So
Giants.
Bills, Giants, Carolina. Then
We just need
Oh.
we need 4. Shit.
You need 4.
we
Yeah,
just need one more.
I need
yeah.
one more, and I need it now.
Give me
Not Jacksonville. The Saints,
what
no.
about the Colts.
Colts, Jonathan Taylor.
Nope, second rounder.
Oh. So then Saints, no.
Scott, let the record show
Cardinals,
I am not protesting that they're still going.
Houston,
Thank you.
no.
You can.
Not Dallas.
Rams.
Okay. All right.
Rams.
Rams, Bills,
Panthers, Giants.
Panthers, Giants for 100.
And in the playoffs, the wheels fall off. Your answer and wager, please.
We wagered 100 on this.
100. Okay. So I know Jacksonville. We know Dallas. We know the Panthers. We know the Bills.
One team is getting points on this one, and it's Taint to Teeth, which I would be fine if it was processed. The correct answers are the Bills, the Panthers, the Rams, the Giants, the Chargers, and the Saints.
Ooh.
Who's the Saints third?
So it's
I have
Deuce McAllister, Reggie
McAllister,
Bush,
Reggie
Mark
Bush.
Ingram.
Oh, yes.
Mark Ingram. That's right.
I
It did have the
snuck in with-
Giants, by the way.
I snuck
Yeah,
in with
we had
the
we had
Rams because
Giants
of
on there.
The Rams are a trunk candidate.
strong candidate.
So who were
I
the
remember that.
Chargers?
Chargers are Ryan
Matthews.
Matthews, LT, and Melvin Gordon.
Yes,
Oh, that's right. Melvin
Holy
Gordon
crap.
was
Did you
a
say
first
the
round.
you say the Jaguars were not one?
Correct. They're just Fournette.
Etienne and Mo Jones-Drew.
No,
Sure
Maurice
wasn't a
wasn't.
first
He
round.
wasn't a first rounder.
What?
Yep.
Nope.
All right. Moving on to question number 3 in the category of common bond.
Do we have to?
Yes. From 2004 to 2007, there's your time range. 2 pitchers with the same last name recorded over 125 saves. One led the NL in 2005, and the other recorded over 40 saves with 3 different teams during his career. What is their shared last name?
I think that's it. You want to check that in?
Yeah.
All right, we'll check in.
All right. In the playoffs, the wheels come off, has checked in, which means teeth to taint. You guys can talk it out.
So I'm trying to think of each team and like who was their closer.
You don't get 6 minutes to go through every
Nope,
team. and
I
get their
know.
closers this time.
I can't think of
So,
anybody with the same.
I mean, like
names.
Trevor. There was Trevor
Trevor Lawrence.
Hoffman.
Ariza.
Brad Lidge.
Yeah, all the Trevors.
I mean, Ariza's played for enough teams, that's for sure.
Plouffe.
I think Isringhausen was with St. Louis then, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's two in Isringhausens. Oh, it's got to be like Rodriguez or
Cordero.
Jackson.
Urbina. How many Urbinas were there?
Jones. There was Todd Jones.
Wilson.
I just can't think of other people with those same last names that were also.
Dude, I got nothing.
So hold on a second.
I say we go with Lucky Rodriguez.
Well, I mean, we could go with actual names of
like a
people we
boxer.
know
No, that's an actual name.
Well, I mean,
Francisco
2000.
Rodriguez was a big guy with saves back then.
Yeah, Francisco Rodriguez. And okay, so you think there was an NL leader named
Could be.
Rodriguez? What's that?
It's a
I mean,
possibility.
maybe. Yeah, we can go with it. Go for it then, if that's what you want.
No,
I mean,
it's not. I can't think of any other names, especially one with somebody else. Who's that other guy?
One with somebody else.
Well, I mean, there was Cordero, Hoffman, Lidge. Those were all guys that I could think of that were probably big on that list.
All right. Can you think of another Hoffman?
Florida had that Jones. Maybe there's another guy in the AL named Jones. Okay, do you need both names? You just need the combined last name.
Just the last name's fine.
All right. Which one do you want to go with? Hoffman, Cordero, Jones, Lidge?
Just go Jones.
Jones for 100.
All right, checking in Jones for 100 points. Over 2 in the playoffs. The wheels come off for your answer and wager, please.
I don't know if we're right, but Matt said the name that we have like 4 times.
Yep.
I thought it was probably Francisco and Chad Cordero. So we went with that for, I don't remember what we said, 50 points, maybe something like that.
I think you said 60.
60 points. Yeah, that's what we said, 60.
Okay, one team getting points. The correct answer is Cordero. It's Francisco and Chad. Chad led for the Nationals in 2005. And Coco Cordero, as they called him, saved over 40 games for the Rangers, Brewers, and Reds during his career.
I thought Rodriguez was definitely it. I was like K-Rod, and I was like, there's definitely no Rodriguez, but I guess not.
No, Pudge wasn't pitching back then.
What is Cordero's like? It's like the weigh-ins in baseball. Is that what we said?
I guess so. The less funny Wayans family.
Keenan Ivory Cordero.
Yeah.
See, I'm partial to Kim. Everyone forgets about Kim Cordero.
No, we don't forget about that. We know about her and we put her in the corner.
Yeah, let's do a score update, Matt. Heading into the final question.
In the playoffs, the wheels come off has 320, and Taint to Teeth has 515. But if we each bet 100 and they get it right and we get it wrong, they would win by 5. So let's see what happens.
All right, here we go.
That can't happen. We don't deserve to win this game. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Question 4. You know how many times, Dan, I haven't deserved to win and I won one of these? I don't care. All right, question 4 in the category of life after Pierce. Since drafting Paul Pierce 10th overall in 1998, the Boston Celtics have drafted in the top 10 6 times. Don't kill me, but name 5 of the 6 players drafted by the Celtics in the top 10 to receive your points, as well as a 10-point bonus if you can name all 6.
While we're considering our fourth quarter questions, John, have you ever heard of Manscaped? It's the it's
gonna read your promo?
best of all the products there for your under there, if you know what I'm talking about there.
Yeah.
I haven't under there.
Keep your undercarriage nice and clean.
There you go.
Manscaped products. You can get the lawnmower.
And if you do the reviver, you can get rid of that onion crotch that Wally talks about.
I'll tell you what, that ball deodorant, man, so good. So it's like teabagging someone with a wax warmer. I'll tell you. When you wear that ball deodorant.
All right. We're gonna check in.
All right. Taint to Teeth has checked in. In the playoffs, the wheels come off. You guys can talk it out.
Okay. Jason Tatum.
Mm-hmm. 1.
The kid from Cal. What was his name?
Was that in the 2000s?
Just like 5 years ago, 5, 6 years ago. Brown.
Brown. Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, I know someone from Cal that played for the Celtics, but he wasn't in the top 10.
Then you sure about Joe Johnson?
I'm almost positive Joe Johnson was top 10, like probably
right back.
number 10.
And Jeff Grant I thought was in the early teens, but I could see him being like 8 or 6. I watched that draft, but I don't remember it.
I think we watched it together, buddy.
Yep. I was excited.
Jeff Green. Okay, so who do we have so far? We've got Tatum, Brown, Green. Just keep naming colors, I guess.
Johnson.
Joe Johnson, yeah.
They do have Derek White on their roster currently.
Doesn't
Marcus Smart.
Yeah, Smart. I feel like he was around the 10. And then we also have Perkins, which I think might have been outside the 10.
I think so.
Al Jefferson.
Jefferson was in the mid-teens.
Well, I think you have 5. I think
we have 5. Let's just go with those 5 then. I don't think we're going to get the 6th.
Well, let's just put one of those ones we already had. Shit.
Yeah, the 6 is optional.
All right,
you get 5,
all
you'll
right.
still.
So who did you think might be there?
Well, it's one of the bigs. I don't think Perkins was drafted before Jefferson. So, I mean, Rondo? Maybe Rondo?
Wait a minute. Where did they end up taking Randy Foye?
No, that was Minnesota.
Oh, I don't remember how it worked because it was Brandon Roy and Randy Foye got drafted and traded for each other, like after the draft. But I don't know.
I did watch that one too, but that again.
I think.
All right, so we're going for our regular picks. We're going what? Johnson, Green, Brown, Tatum, Smart.
And throwing a 6th.
Throw in a 6th.
Al Jefferson. Sure, whatever. It's not gonna be
All
right.
It's not right, but yeah, let's throw it in there anyway. All right.
For how many points?
For 100.
Okay, and over to Taint to Teeth for your answers and wager.
All right, so we have Tatum, Brown, Smart, Green, and Villanova legend Randy Foye.
Oh.
And did you go for the bonus?
And the bonus of Joe Johnson.
Both teams are getting points on this one. The correct answers are Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Joe Johnson, Jeff Green, and Randy Foye.
You knew it, Dan.
I couldn't remember if they were the team that was involved in that one or not.
Nobody was more
Pull it
pissed
out of your bum, though, bud.
when the Celtics drafted Randy Foye than me.
And no one was more upset with trading for him than the T-Wolves.
Shh.
They traded Brandon Roy. That was
great career.
Yep. So I mean, the Randy Foye thing obviously was moot anyway.
Yeah, it didn't matter. They got all 5, so it wouldn't have mattered. So,
all right, with that, the game has come to an end, and here are the final scores. In the playoff, the wheels come off, stay true to their name, and finish with 420 points. And our clipboard captains of the game, who are receiving the very coveted Dolphins backup quarterback John Beck Award with 625 points, is Taint to Teeth. So congratulations on that.
Cool. That's a horrible
Yay.
Oh, where's the waste of a 2nd round pick?
This one was all you, Matt.
Oh, me? Because
Eric was going towards Jamal Crawford. And you went Andre Miller, and he wanted to say, well, I mean, you knew the Cordero one, but that didn't matter.
No, I didn't know Cordero. I just was throwing out names of NL save guys.
I thought you were
didn't know
talking
that
yourself
one.
into Cordero. I was like, whoa.
All right, well, we'll throw it over to John. Thanks for coming on. Thank you for being my best friend. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you, and welcome to my world, dealing with all this all the time.
Yeah, thanks, John, for coming on. Appreciate you taking time to mess around with us tonight and have some, hopefully had some fun. I apologize that you got to spend all those years being the best friend of Scott, but we can only do so much with him now. It's kind of like old dog, new tricks kind of a deal. So we're trying to potty train him, but it's tough. So
Thanks, boys. I appreciate it.
It was fun. We knew going in that we were doomed. So
You carried, Dan. You
we
deserve
had a lot of
the
fun.
Loser award.
I don't know, man. Your Dolphins draft pick Lucky 7 was pretty good.
You say the Carlos Boozer Award?
No,
No,
That
John
would be
Downer.
good. I would take that.
Yeah, seriously, thank you guys for indulging me. I know this game was very, very specific, but you know what? We had a new guest and they get their wheelhouse questions, so I don't care.
Mhm.
But yeah, seriously, it was a lot of fun. It's always fun to hang out with you guys, and to bring in my Josh North is a lot of fun as well. Maybe we can convince him to come back on sometime. But everyone else, please remember again, 20% off your Manscaped purchase if you use the promo code
Bench.
Don't forget to check us out on TeePublic, YouTube, farmersonly.com.
I
OnlyFans.
knew it was coming.
Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle. We're huge on Christian Mingle.
Yep.
Huge.
Yes.
Yes.
Any Saints,
They love us
New
there.
Orleans Saints Twitter pages, I'm very active on there.
This is also breaking news. You guys don't know about this, but Marcus and I also got us in with blackpeoplemeet.com. We also have that now. So
Long story short, I've been catfishing people on there for years.
I got kicked off of there twice.
The Sidney Poitier picture has made the rounds.
oh god.
I used Yao Ming. That might be why I got kicked off.
Yeah, he's only black in spirit.
Oh, cool.
But seriously, guys, enjoy your Manscaped products that I know you've already purchased by now with the promo code. And thank you for listening to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. And until next time, we'll keep the bench warm.
That ball hit high and deep. Stretch! Get on back there. They look up. You can put it on the board. Yes!
Into deep left center for Mitchell. And we'll see you tomorrow night.
That great music you're listening to is by Justin Nozick. Thanks to him for producing that music for us. You've been listening to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. Make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We are at Benchwarmers TP.
John, Lucky 7 is there's 3 lists with 7 answers. You will get to choose. Your team gets to choose which list you want to give first. You have to give the answers one at a time. And if you get one wrong, you're done and the other team can finish out.
So it's not like Perfect 10. It's not like a bowling magazine.
It's not. No, it could be a bowling website, Perfect 10. No, it's Lucky 7.
Is that still around?
Is what still around?
Perfect 10.
No
Dan.
nudie magazines are around
Dan.
anymore.
I remember when it. I remember when it
Wait
came
a
out. It was a
minute.
big deal.
they got this thing now called the internet.
It's called OnlyFans now, Dan.
Oh, okay.
Dan actually thought it was a bowling.
No. I knew.
He's
what
like,
it was.
wait, where's Pete Weber?
Oh, not in that move. No.
Not in that-
No, you're right. That's Dick Weber. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.